0 seconds. Inside your body right now, there's a process that finds disease cells, including cancer cells, and literally, 77 seconds consumes them. Almost like Pac-Man. This process breaks damaged cells down to the molecular level, and then reuses those 0.1616 second same building blocks to create healthier cellular components. It is one of the most powerful natural anti-cancer 424 seconds mechanisms known to science. In fact, the discovery of this process was recognized with a Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 2016. Chapter 2. What autophagy actually does. 3 seconds, Dr. William explains that this remarkable process is called autophagy. 41 seconds. Many people believe it only begins after several days of fasting or extreme dieting. But that simply isn't true. By 49 seconds, the end of this video, Dr. William will reveal a discovery that changes what most people think they know about 656 seconds activating autophagy, and why the less obvious triggers are often even more powerful than the obvious ones when it comes to cancer prevention. 71 minute. 7 seconds. The word autophagy literally means self-eating. 121 minute 12 seconds. Here's how it works. Inside every cell are tiny structures that function as internal quality control inspectors. 211 minute. 21 seconds. When autophagy is activated, these structures move throughout the cell, searching for damaged proteins, worn out 281 minute. 28 seconds energy-producing structures, and cells that have begun to grow abnormally. They surround this damaged material with a 1.361 minute. 36 seconds protective membrane, transport it to the cell's recycling center, and break it down into raw molecular components that, Chapter 3. Trigger. 11. 441 minute. 44 seconds can be reused to build healthy new structures. In the context of cancer, this process is enormously important, 521 minute 52 seconds, because cancer does not suddenly appear out of nowhere. It begins with a series of small cellular mistakes that 12 minutes, 1 second gradually push a healthy cell toward abnormal behavior. Autophagy is one of the body's primary defense systems for 92 minutes, 9 seconds, identifying these early problems and correcting them before they develop into something much more serious. 82 minutes, 18 seconds. In other words, autophagy is one of the body's most important natural mechanisms for preventing cancer from developing. 262 minutes, 26 seconds. However, there is one critical point that most people completely overlook. 312 minutes, 31 seconds. Autophagy does not operate at full capacity all the time. It is switched on by very specific biological signals, and 112 minutes, 41 seconds. Modern lifestyles suppress many of those signals every single day without people even realizing it. So how can we 502 minutes, 50 seconds reactivate those signals and allow autophagy to quietly work in the background? According to Dr. William 572 minutes, 57 seconds, the first non-obvious strategy is something known as protein cycling. 43 minutes. 4 seconds fasting activates autophagy because it lowers insulin levels and switches on an important cellular energy sensor called AMK 3.153 minutes. 15 seconds, but there is a second pathway that very few people ever discuss. 203 minutes. 20 seconds. Your cells constantly monitor protein availability through a signaling pathway known as mTOR. Chapter 4. Trigger. 23.283 minutes. 28 seconds. When mTOR detects abundant protein, it suppresses autophagy and sends cells the message to grow. Cancer cells take 373 minutes, 37 seconds. Advantage of this growth signal more aggressively than almost any other type of cell. In fact, overactive mTOR 3.443 minutes, 44 seconds signaling is one of the most frequently altered pathways found across human cancers. When mTOR senses that protein 523 minutes, 52 seconds availability is low. It shifts the cell into recycling mode by activating autophagy to remove accumulated cellular 4.014 minutes, 1 second debris. Research published in the journal Cell Metabolism found that periodic protein restriction activated 84 minutes, 8 seconds autophagy just as powerfully as calorie restriction, while independently suppressing mTOR activity across 4.164 minutes, 16 seconds multiple tissues. The practical takeaway is surprisingly simple. One day each week, eat less protein than you normally. Chapter 5. Trigger, 34 to 54 minutes, 25 seconds would. Focus primarily on vegetables, fruits, and whole grains with only a small amount of protein. During the 334 minutes, 33 seconds remaining days of the week, consume adequate protein to support healthy muscle maintenance. The key anti-cancer for 404 minutes. 40-second signal is not permanent protein restriction, but the healthy cycling between higher and lower protein intake. 484 minutes. 48 seconds. The second powerful way to activate autophagy is through heat stress, something many people have never associated with cancer prevention. When 474 minutes, 57 seconds, your body is exposed to significant heat. Your cells activate a protective mechanism known as the heat shock. 45 minutes, 4 seconds response. Part of this response involves a dramatic increase in autophagy, specifically to eliminate the damage for 15 minutes, 11 seconds proteins produced by heat stress. Heat shock proteins generated during this response also help direct the immune 595 minutes, 19-second system toward cancer cells. As autophagy clears away heat-damaged cellular debris, it exposes abnormal markers on a 5.275 minutes, 27-second surface of unhealthy cells, making them easier for the immune system to recognize and destroy. A landmark study, 355 minutes, 35 seconds, published in JAMA Internal Medicine, found that people who used a sauna regularly between 4 and 7 sessions per week experienced 35 minutes, 43 seconds, approximately a 40% reduction in all-cause mortality, with lower cancer mortality believed to be one of the 5 minutes, 50 seconds contributing factors. For practical application, Dr. William recommends aiming for sauna sessions lasting 15 to Chapter 6, Trigger 45 by 585 minutes. 58 seconds, 20 minutes at temperatures of approximately 80 to 100 degrees C, repeated 4 to 7 times per week. Before we get into 6076 minutes, 7 seconds, the final 3 non-obvious triggers of autophagy. If this information is already changing the way you think about autophagy and cancer prevention, Dr. 6, 166 minutes, 16 seconds, William would appreciate it if you subscribed. It truly helps share this information with the people who need it most. Trigger number 3 is actually a 6.266 minutes, 26 seconds combination of 2 powerful compounds, spermidine and urolithin, 316 minutes. 31 seconds. Spermidine is naturally found in wheat germ, mushrooms, aged cheese, and legumes. It directly activates autophagy 406 minutes, 40 seconds, by switching off an enzyme that normally suppresses this important cellular recycling process. In the context of 476 minutes, 47 seconds cancer prevention, spermidine-induced autophagy has been shown to selectively target cells that accumulate abnormal Chapter 7. Trigger. Chart 56, 546 minutes. 54 seconds proteins, which is one of the defining characteristics of early precancerous cells. A 20-year prospective human study, 7.37 minutes. 3 seconds found that higher dietary intake of spermidine was independently associated with lower cancer mortality. 17 minutes. 11 seconds. The second compound, urolithin A, is produced by beneficial gut bacteria after they metabolize natural compounds. 7.197 minutes. 19 seconds found in pomegranates, walnuts, and berries. Urolithin A activates a specialized form of autophagy called 7.287 minutes, 28 seconds emphagy, which specifically removes damaged mitochondria, the energy-producing structures inside cells. 367 minutes. 36 seconds. Damaged mitochondria generate excessive oxidative stress and abnormal metabolic activity, creating conditions that, 447 minutes, 44 seconds, precancerous cells exploit to survive and multiply. 497 minutes, 49 seconds. Removing these damaged mitochondria eliminates one of cancer's earliest biological advantages. Excellent food. 567 minutes. 56-second sources of spermidine, or the precursors needed to produce urolithin, include wheat germ, mushrooms, soybeans, green 8 to 58 minutes, 5 seconds peas, pomegranates, walnuts, and raspberries, 98 minutes, 9 seconds. The fourth trigger is similar to the second one on our list, but instead of heat, it involves cold exposure. Cold to each 178 minutes, 17 seconds exposure activates autophagy through an entirely different biological pathway. Chapter 8. The research finding that changes everything. 8 to 38 minutes. 23 seconds. Exposure to cold causes a surge in norepinephrine, which activates AMPK 8 minutes. 30 seconds, suppressing the mTOR growth pathway that many cancer cells rely upon for continued growth and survival. Reduced 8 398 minutes. 39 seconds. mTOR activity means fewer growth signals are available for abnormal cells. Beyond suppressing mTOR, cold exposure also 8.488 minutes, 48 seconds mobilizes natural killer cells, the immune system's primary cancer surveillance cells. Autophagy works about 5 and 68 minutes, 56 seconds together with this immune response by exposing abnormal markers on unhealthy cells, making them easier for natural killer cells to recognize and eliminate. 9 minutes, 7 seconds. The simplest way to practice this is by ending your morning shower with 1 to 2 minutes of genuinely cold water. Cold 9 by 159 minutes, 15 seconds plunges are another option, but finishing your regular shower with cold water is far more practical for most 9.2 and 29 minutes, 22 seconds people. Daily consistency appears to produce greater autophagy activation and stronger immune enhancement than occasional more intense cold exposure. 39 minutes, 33 seconds trigger number 5. And perhaps the least glamorous on the list, is improving the quality of your sleep. 409 minutes, 40 seconds. This is one of the most overlooked strategies for supporting autophagy. 459 minutes, 45 seconds during deep sleep. Your body performs autophagy at